is in the gates. And they're racing. Jumped in a fairly even line, apart from Duchy's Demerit, who dropped back, and so did Candlelight Supper. Captain Pluto found itself about third or fourth last with Manavendra, and Filthy Habit slides over from the outside and is going to run to the front with a lot of comfort. There's not a lot of speed on. He's a Zeb, goes up on the outside and back on the inside. TIFF'S Lad getting a beautiful run. Fat Roy Slim's outside of it, 2.5 lengths away. Flower in the Wind, and then came Manavendra, Captain Pluto, Candlelight Supper second last, and Duchy's Demerit out of the straight as they run past Kmart is about 12 lengths away from the leader. Out in front it is Filthy Habits, controlling it here for Lucy. Leads by 3/4 to He's a Zeb. On the inside is TIFF'S Lad getting a beautiful run. Likewise Fat Roy Slim, and they'll follow just off them by Flower in the Wind, who's sitting outside of Manavendra. And then came Captain Pluto, Duchy's Demerit and Candlelight Supper. Over the crossing is last, still 12 off the leader, 1200 to go. Filthy Habits in the black and white leads by 3/4 the grey. He's a Zeb running second. TIFF'S Lad's on the inside. Fat Roy Slim racing fourth. 2 lengths away is Flower in the Wind. Then Manavendra and Captain Pluto pushed along to try and pick up from Duchy's Demerit and Candlelight Supper. They come down with 950 to go. They really step it up, and Filthy Habits just in front. Fat Roy Slim, the outside's a neck away. 2 lengths to He's a Zeb. TIFF'S Lad going through on the inside nicely, and they'll follow by Flower in the Wind. And Manavendra tracks up on the inside and looks to be going well. And then Captain Pluto followed by Duchy's Demerit, and last of all is Candlelight Supper coming up to the turn. 500 metres left to go. Filthy Habits just got away a little bit. On the outside trying hard is Fat Roy Slim. TIFF'S Lad bolting in behind them. Manavendra's getting up on the inside, and then Flower in the Wind, well back Captain Pluto. He's a Zeb gone from Duchy's Demerit, and last of all is Candlelight Supper. Around the turn they run. Filthy Habits has got the front. No run for TIFF'S Lad, trying to get up on the inside, but there's nothing doing. And down the outside, Flower in the Wind and Manavendra joined in with a really good run. Fat Roy Slim fights on as well. Flower in the Wind has raced up on the outside and taken the lead. The run coming for TIFF'S Lad now though. TIFF'S Lad, Flower in the Wind, TIFF'S Lad going home brilliantly. What a ride, what a win. TIFF'S Lad has won from Flower in the Wind or Filthy Habits, and they're followed by either just behind them Duchy's Demerit on the outside, and Manavendra close up with Captain Pluto. He's a Zeb, and last home Candlelight Supper. TIFF'S Lad, number 6 is the winner. Number 6 is the winner. TIFF'S Lad getting up on the inside to beat Flower in the Wind and Filthy Habits back on the inside. And fourth is number 7, Fat Roy Slim, 2:17.29. Well, the run wasn't quite there. That horse was absolutely bolting coming around the turn. It just needed some air. There was nothing doing. And then with about 75 to go, it ran over a piece of paper, possibly a lost betting ticket, and got through on the inside and has just claimed Flower in the Wind and Filthy Habits. A half length by half a head. Well, Scotty will be pretty happy downstairs, and it would have been sweating in the suit after that one. TIFF'S Lad in the orange colours scooting through along the fence. Sharon Miller, Victoria Corver. Victoria Corver showed a lot of guts there because there wasn't a lot of room. She had to just push a little bit into the clear there, the final 50, but it was all fair riding. And once again, Filthy Habits has had to accept a placing after leading. Another great effort though. A half a length by half a head, 6, 10, 5 and 7. Manavendra loomed up like it was going to win. And then it started to peak. Maybe the Esperance trip might have just taken its toll there over the final stages. And we'll go back to Michael.
Just bolting, and I was thinking coming to the 600, I think you better pull around them because, but lucky she got through.
And to his credit, once he had to pick up off a dime there, but the last furlong he was really strong through the line. He's a different horse this preparation, isn't he?
Yeah, since we stepped him up over ground, he's just grown a leg and he just loves it. What's
been the making of that? Because it's taken a little while for him to get to this distance, but as you say, since you've done it, he's just continues to perform really, really well.
Yeah, he just likes the ground, and yeah, I don't know.
Did you toy with the idea of going to an Esperance Cup last week, and do you toy with the idea of going to potentially an Albany Cup now in about 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah, he's had some days where it's been really hot and he doesn't pull up that good after a race, so he takes a bit of work. So I didn't want to go to Esperance if it was hot. He wouldn't handle it, so we decided to stay here, so we'll see.
Yeah, all right, well done on the win.
Thank you.
Sharon Miller there, and she had some nervous moments, Scott, but Victoria Corver found the opening, and the rest is history.
Certainly was. Wonderful ride, gets the job done. Claim makes the difference there, and the inside run, they had to be very patient waiting for it, but when it arose in that last 100 metres, she was shooting through, and she wins by a long neck, half ahead, second and third. Flower in the Wind made that sweeping run around them, and Filthy Habits was doing what Filthy Habits does and fighting back right on the finish line, and the one that they plunged in betting, Fat Roy Slim, has faded back and run fourth. The numbers there are 6, 10, 5 and 7. We'll try and get a word from Vicky Corver, if we can, after the victory of TIFF'S Lad. Vicky, Peter Hall's already given me the heads up that you had a plan going into today.
Yeah, look, now I've had a ride on the horse, I've got to know him a bit better, and obviously the leader does a lot wrong in the straight often, so I was really hoping, but when he hadn't rolled off at the 200, I was getting nervous, but you know, done my form, so I knew that it would come off just enough for him to fly through.
At what stage did it eventually open up for you?
Oh, I'm not maybe 6 strides, so TIFF'S Lad done a good job, good turn of foot to get through there.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
6, 10, 5 and 7. Victoria Corver had to be patient. She went where Angels fear to tread, was able to get the job done. Back to back for this now God Has Spoken 5-year-old. That was race 6. The Tab Touch Bunbury Stakes is up next.